पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरा भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva, Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।
चरणारविंद श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसति गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। मायापुर धाम की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namaste Narasimhaya. Praladalaadadayine. Hiranyakashipurvakshaha. Silatanka nakhalaye. Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho. Yato yato yami tato Narsimho. Bahir Narsimho Hridaye Narsimho. Narasimham Adem Sinham Patandre. Tava kara kamalavare nakha adbhuta shringa dalita hiranyakasipu tanubringa kesabadrita narahari rupa jai jagadisa hare jai jagadisa hare jai jagadisa hare. Avakara kamalavare naka adbhuta shringa dalita hiranyakasipu tanubringa kesabadrita narahari rupa jai jagadisa hare jai jagadisa hare jai jagadisa hare. Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev Jaya Narsimhadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. भक्त विघ्न विनाश नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय। प्रहलाद महाराज की जय।
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining here. We have Sunday Peace class by Surabhi Sundarachal Devi. So let's welcome her. Loud Haribol 3 times. Haribol, 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 Haribol.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hope you all are well. Happy Navratri. So I'll be taking off my mask just so you can hear me better. So we'll start off with bhajan, Jaya Radha Madhava, and then we'll continue with our class. All right. Dinapanda Prabhu, can I request you to play Mridanga for me? Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. Okay. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Haribo. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So today we'll be speaking on Navratri, on a Vedic perspective, specifically glorifying Mother Durga. But before I continue to do this impossible task of glorifying the mother of the entire material cosmic creation, I'd like to offer my respectful obeisances to the previous acharyas, as well as all of the assembled devotees who have made it possible for me to speak. So if you know the verses, please follow along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaisnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhamritamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Haribol. Haribol. Thank you all so much for joining this wonderful Sunday feast program. Today, actually this coming few days is actually a very auspicious time. So all of you who have come new to our temple, we greet you with open arms and welcome, because it's such a beautiful occasion to join us. So it's Navratri, which represents the 9 nights in which different forms of Mother Durga are worshipped. So today we'll be specifically glorifying the mother of the material cosmic creation, Mother Durga, to allow us to become devotees in the truest sense. So I'd like to offer my respects also to Devkinam Prabhuji and Madhupati Prabhuji for giving me wonderful resources to better understand this topic. I really appreciate getting those resources, as they help me a lot. Also, I'd like to thank Mother Durga for giving me this place. Everything in this material cosmic creation is by the grace of Mother Durga. So without her, none of my efforts can be successful. So let's talk a little bit about Navratri. So here you'll see in the slide over here on this side, a picture of Lord Rama, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, offering veneration to Mother Durga, who is seen to have 10 hands, which represent all the directions of the material cosmic creation. So here, these 9 nights that we'll be celebrating, Navratri. Nau means 9, and Ratri means nights. So these 9 nights are meant to honor and venerate the 9 forms of Mother Durga. So here you'll see Lord Rama and his brother Lakshmana approach Mother Durga, asking for her blessings in their attack on the demon Ravana. So here, Ravana represents our anarthas. Maybe some of the kids will remember every year we have the Vijaya Dasami festival, where there is this big effigy of Lord Rama, maybe King Ravana, being burnt. And it shows the burning of all of the mistakes and misdeeds, and all of the things, all the anarthas and offenses that have built up in our heart. So these 9 nights are a preparation, purification, and realization to getting to that stage. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we get to that stage of destroying the anarthas in our heart. So the first stage you'll see is preparation. So each of the stages, each of the 9 nights is given to a specific form of Mother Durga, and also specifically symbolizes one of 3 of the forms that we will be worshiping, that 3 of the great goddesses that we will be worshiping. The first 3 nights are given to Mother Durga. And they are a necessity to help us in the purification process of understanding who is Krishna, and to get rid of all of the anarthas in our hearts so we can fully understand it. She is known as Mahamaya, so she has all ability to take away, she has all ability to put the curtain over us, but she has all ability to take that curtain away from us. So we worship her in those 3 nights. The next 3 nights, we worship Mother Lakshmi, the eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. Now, does anyone know what Mother Lakshmi bestows upon her devotees? Anyone? Wealth, beautiful. Thank you so much. So Mother Lakshmi bestows upon her devotees great wealth. And for the devotee of Lord Krishna, that wealth is inner virtue. That wealth is good qualities, humility, all kinds of beautiful qualities. Over there, you'll see on our beautiful wall, there are 26 different qualities of Radharani. So similarly, there are 26 different qualities of a great devotee. So Mother Lakshmi, she gives that wealth to us in these next 3 nights. And then the final 3 nights, so we've done preparation, we've done purification. Now we have this realization where we go deeper and we ask, now that we have passed the stages of preparation and purification, we are ready for the realization stage, which is given to us by Mother Saraswati, who by her expert Veena tuning, she gives us this incredible Vedic knowledge to help us grow in our spiritual life. So this is a little bit of a breakdown of these 9 nights. So the first 3 nights are given to celebrate Mother Durga and to prepare us on this journey of self-realization. The next 3 nights are for Mother Lakshmi to purify us on this journey of self-realization. And finally, the last 3 nights are to honor Mother Saraswati, symbolizing that we have come to the stage of self-realization. And finally, we celebrate by burning the effigy of Ravana, or the anarthas in our heart. Okay. So I would like to take a moment to read a verse from Brahma Samita, which explains the glories of Mother Durga. So the verse is from chapter 5, verse 44, and it goes like this. Shrishti stiti pralaya sadhana shaktir eka chayeva yasya bhuvanani vibharti Durga ichhanurupam api yasya chachestate sa govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Thank you so much for joining me in saying this verse. I can see that this verse has also touched all of your hearts as well. So this verse, I'll go through a word-by-word transliteration for all of you. So Shrishti means creation. So the creation, Sthiti, maintenance, Pralaya, destruction, Shrishti, Sthiti, Pralaya, these 3 forces, Sadhana Shaktir Eka, all of these potencies or Shaktis are from one person only. But who is it from? Well, we'll get to that. Chayeva yasya bhuvanani vibharti Durga. Chaya. Chaya is a Sanskrit word which means shadow. So if you have some light, the shadow is separate from the body. So here I'm lifting my hand and there's a shadow falling on this. So the shadow is not my body. The shadow is something else. So Chayeva yasya bhuvanani vibharti Durga. This Chaya is Durga Maharani. Bhuvanani refers to the material world, the cosmic creation. All of this power rests upon Durga. And we'll also go into the meaning of Durga because it's actually very interesting. All of this power rests upon Durga Maharani, who acts as the shadow of who? That person who, by his ichha anurupam, the body moves and so the shadow moves. The shadow can't move without the body moving. So the chaya of the Lord, Mother Durga, moves according to the ichha or the desire of Govinda. Ichanurupam api yasya chachestatesa. So Mother Durga, she adjusts herself according to the will and accordance of Govinda. And finally, Lord Brahma wraps up his prayer by saying, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Lord Brahma is saying, the creator of the entire cosmic creation, Lord Brahma, is offering his respects to Lord Krishna with this prayer, by saying that the entire cosmic creation, the maintenance, creation, destructions, all of its power rests upon you. And you have given this power to Mother Durga, who maintains and creates and sustains this entire cosmic creation. So let's read the translation by His Divine Grace, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. The external potency, Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow, of the Chit potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself. So Lord Brahma here is saying that he offers his adoration, his love to Govinda, who gives this power of creation, maintenance, and destruction to Durga Maharani. But all that power rests upon this blue boy, this beautiful Shama Sundara, Lord Krishna himself. So we can understand the power of Govinda by understanding the power of Mother Durga. So I'd like to also talk a little bit about some verses from Bhagavad-Gita that also echo this similar meaning of Mother Durga's power. So in Bhagavad-Gita 9:10, Lord Krishna says, Maya dyakshena prakritaha suyate sucharacharam hetunanena konteya jagad vipari vartate, which in translation means, this material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again. So here we're seeing this echo in the Gita, where Lord Krishna is again emphasizing that he is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer, but he gives this power to Mother Durga so that all beings will be benefited. Okay. I'd like to also now go on to some glorification of Mother Durga, and I'll come to another verse of the Gita to maybe give some more philosophical lessons. So here we have the picture of Kamsa, who is about to kill his sister Devaki right on her wedding day. And one thing that I didn't know about actually until I researched this is that Kamsa was he was a great demon, but he was actually a great devotee of Mother Durga. He was a great devotee of Mother Durga. He used to engage in all kinds of activities to please Mother Durga, and he was a wonderful devotee. But what happens? Mother Durga, while he's about to kill one of the children of Mother Devaki, what happens? Yoga Maya, Durga Maharani herself, appears with all her potency, with her 10 hands, with all her weapons, to scare Kamsa. Oh, Kamsa, how foolish are you? You are my devotee, but don't you know, you are trying to kill that person who I myself am a devotee of. So it's a little ironic here. Mother Durga is a great devotee of Lord Krishna. Kamsa is a great devotee of Mother Durga. But Kamsa is trying to kill the Ishtadev, the love, the adoration, the primeval Lord of Mother Durga's adoration, Lord Krishna. So we can see here that Mother Durga does not take the side of her devotee. She doesn't say, oh, Kamsa, You have done great tapasya, great austerity for me. You've given me so you've done all of this puja for me, all of this worship for me. I will assist you in your mission. No, he doesn't take the side of injustice. So one lesson I took from this message or learning is that even though we may try to please Mother Durga in a variety of different ways, even though we may try to please Krishna in a variety of different ways, if our desire is to hurt other living entities, just like Kamsa is trying to hurt these tiny babies of Mother Devaki, if we are trying to hurt other living entities, then the Lord will not take our side. So I thought this was a very beautiful, beautiful lesson, is that Mother Durga, she always takes the side of justice, and she does not waver in that, no matter what. Okay, 1 second. Hopefully no one saw that. But so we have this story of Kamsa. So I'd like to ask, maybe some of you saw it already, but there is another story I have in mind regarding how Mother Durga does not take the side of her devotees. And it's from the Bhagavatam. Does anyone know what this story is? And even if you have seen it. Simesha Prabhuji? Jada Bharat, yes. So the story of Jada Bharat is so incredible. It's in the Bhagavatam, and it shows how Mother Durga, again, does not take the side of her devotees when when they are doing injustice to other living entities. So those who have not seen it, I'll just give a small trigger warning. It's a bit of a scary image, but I'd like to just say this also shows the power and destructive potency of God. So that's why it's a bit graphic in its nature. So just a picture before, just a warning before I show it. All right, so we can see Mother Durga in all of her majesty, all of her majesty, and terrifying, really, in order to protect Jada Bharat. So just like to give a small little summary of Jada Bharat's story. So you'll see on the side, there's a beautiful picture of Bharat Maharaj doing penance and austerity in a small hut in the wilderness. And he becomes very attached to a deer, and a small baby deer. And his next life, he becomes that deer. And because he's such a pious soul, he remembers his past life's activities, and he promises not to engage in that kind of attached material activity in his next life. So he goes ahead in his next life, he's born again, and he acts to be a deaf and dumb person who is and he constantly in his mind is always thinking of Krishna, always engaged in self-realization. He's a fully self-realized person, and his goal is that I will not hurt anyone, I will not speak ill about anyone, I will only always be immersed in Krishna consciousness, in self-realization topics. So one day, again, he's fully immersed in self-realization, and he's walking around, and he comes across bad company. So there are some dacoits. There's some crazy dacoits in the area of where Jada Bharat is. And he's a deaf and dumb man, but he's actually quite strong. Again, but he's a deaf and dumb man, and he could have easily protected himself against these dacoits. But he chooses, he chooses not to act, to be fully surrendered to Krishna, allowing Krishna, you do as you like. So as a deaf and dumb man, he's dragged along by these dacoits to the outskirts of town. And there is this very barren the temple of Mother Kali. And so, as I was referring to in the previous slides, this form of Mother Durga as Mother Kali is one of the 9 forms of hers, and it's this incredibly terrifying form that is showing the great destructive force of the Lord. So this terrifying form of Mother Kali is worshipped by these Dakayats. So these Dakayats actually have some sense of realization. So they are worshipping Mother Kali. And so the Dakayats, one of the rituals that the Dakayats had in worshipping Mother Kali was to sacrifice a fully untouched good body of a human once every few months or something. So they found this body of Jada Bharat, and they're saying, great, we'll offer this to Mother Kali as a show of our sacrifice, our austerity, and our adoration to Mother Kali. So all of the Dakayats, they assemble and they get ready to sacrifice Jada Bharat, who you'll see in that picture is standing at the top, and he's fully immersed in God realization. He's fully immersed, and they stand and they're like, okay, we will, today is the day we will sacrifice this body for the pleasure of Mother Kali. One side note is that Mother Kali is the mother of the entire universe. So one thing to note is, why would she be happy if one of her children is offered to her? So one side note, perhaps the Dakayats did not think about this when they were doing their plan. But anyways, so the Dakayats decide, fine, great, we have a wonderful bounty of offering for Mother Kali. So they set out a table and they're about to kill Jada Bharat. And as soon as they try to kill, as soon as they take out their weapons, immediately out of this old form of the deity of Mother Kali, you'll see it breaks apart. And Mother Kali emerges with all her 10 arms, holding skulls and a skull necklace, her skirt, wild hair. And she absolutely massacres the Dakayats, who are in a sense her devotees. She massacres them in order to protect Jada Bharat. So we can see here that two things we can see here is, one, that Mother Durga does not take injustice from her devotees. She does not stand for injustice, no matter what. We can also see that quality in Narasimhadev. He does not stand for injustice when Prahlad is totally tortured by his father, abused by his father. He does not stand for it. Similarly, Mother Kali does not stand for injustice. Second thing I also really liked from this story is that Mother Kali especially favors the devotees of Lord Krishna. So here we all are, trying to be devotees of Lord Krishna. Here I'm trying to be a devotee of Radha Shyama Sundar. And I can see from the example of how Durga Maharani dealt with Kamsa, how Durga Maharani dealt with the Dakayats and Jada Bharat, I can see that she has special adoration, special love, special motherly fondness towards the devotees of Lord Krishna. So I'd like to invite you all to immerse yourself in this motherly affection of the mother of the entire cosmic creation. See, she especially loves us because we love Krishna. We love her Ishtadev. And if we maybe make a small prayer to her, she will open all floodgates to allow us to serve him better, just as she does in protecting Jada Bharat. Lord Krishna doesn't have to descend to protect Jada Bharat. There's no new incarnation that comes down to protect Jada Bharat. Mother Durga is enough to protect Jada Bharat. And I think that's so beautiful that she loves us so much. Okay, so now that we've taken a look at some of the very interesting stories of Mother Durga in relation to her devotees, let's talk a little bit about the devotees of Lord Krishna. So I couldn't find a picture of this pastime, so I'll do a little storytelling here. There was in the early 1400s, a great devotee of Mother Durga by the name of Chandidas. And he used to pray to Mother Durga every single day. And he had this beautiful garden on the neighboring side of his home, which he used to pluck flowers from every day and offer them to his deity of Mother Durga. So Chandidas, he's offering every day. But he also has a brother who is a great devotee of Lord Krishna and worships him as Shaligram. So Lord Krishna is here, and he also has a beautiful stone form known as Shaligram. So so Chandidas has a brother who's a great Vaishnava who offers worship to Shaligram. But Chandidas, he's very, very intimately loving to Mother Durga, and so he doesn't let his brother take flowers from his garden to offer to Shaligram. So one day, Chandidas's brother is sitting and he's thinking, I would really like to offer that beautiful, beautiful flower over there to my Shaligram, but I can't do it because my brother won't let me. So then he hears one day about this beautiful, beautiful form of bhakti called Manasa Bhakti, wherein one devotee simply through his mind can offer worship to the Lord. There is this beautiful verse by Rupa Goswami, and it goes something like this. Krishna Deva Bhavan Tvam Vande Manmanasa Madhukara Arpaya Nija Pada Pankaja Makarande Krishna Deva Bhavan Tvam Vande. So here in this verse, Rupa Goswami is explaining how he's offering worship through Manasa. Manasa refers to mind. The Madhukara is the bee. So let the bee of my mind fly to the eternal lotus of the Pankaja Makarande of Lord Shamasundar's feet. So we have a similar thing happening here with Chandidas's brother. He's offering worship simply from the mental side. Manmanasa madhukara arpaya nija pada pankaja makarande Krishna deva bhavan tvam vande. So simply through this Manasa Bhakti, he offers worship to Krishna. So he takes in his mind, he plucks that beautiful flower and he offers it to Krishna. Later that day, Chandidas, he's coming for his worship of Mother Durga, and he plucks that same flower and brings it to Mother Durga and offers it to her. And then immediately, Mother Durga appears from her deity form, and she speaks to Chandidas. Today I'm really pleased with you. And Chandidas says, Mother, you've appeared to me finally after so long. What have I done to please you? And Mother Durga says, today you offered me the flower that was offered to Lord Krishna. And you offered to me that flower that is Lord Krishna's prasad. And so something else is coming up, but Mother Durga is intimately connected with the prasadam of Lord Krishna. So we can see from this pastime how simply by offering that flower through his mind, Chandidas's brother offered it to Krishna, and Mother Durga accepted it as prasad, and she became incredibly jubilant because she accepts Krishna as the ultimate authority and her ultimate primeval Lord. So we can understand how much Mother Durga adores Lord Krishna. So I just want to go off on a little tangent because I mentioned prasadam and I did not plan this, but prasadam is intimately connected to Mother Durga. In Jagannath Puri, there is, whenever prasadam first comes out of the temple, does anyone know where it first goes? Bimala, exactly, the Bimala Mandir. Bimala is another form of the innumerable forms of Mother Durga. So Mother Durga has so many innumerable forms, and Krishna has so many innumerable potencies. This one potency is Mother Durga, who has so many innumerable forms. So just to think, Krishna is so vast and incredible. So this one form of Bimala Devi accepts the prasadam of Lord Jagannath after he eats. First, there's a beautiful, beautiful story of it that if we have time, I'll get to, but I'm sure you'll hear it more and more as you come to temple. So there's this beautiful story of how Mother Durga is intimately connected with the prasad, be it in the form of flowers, be it in the form of food, of Lord Krishna. So the final thing, most spiritual topic I can think about in talking about Mother Durga is her connection with the gopis of Vrindavan. So here you'll see, it's a little unclear, but you'll see a very large group of gopis assembled near the banks of the Yamuna, and you'll see there's a glowing deity on the side of the river, and that's Mother Durga in the form, and yet another form called Katyayani Devi. And here, it's a very beautiful story, but the gopis of Vrindavan offer for a month, they fast and they offer they do this vrata called Katyayani Vrata, which is basically a chastity vow that they undertake in order to accept Krishna, the Supreme Person, as their husband. So they go through all of this austerity to please Mother Katyayani for her blessings. And so one may ask, why do the gopis of Vrindavan, being such elevated devotees, offer respects to Mother Durga, Mother Katyayani? And so if we look into the character of Mother Durga, we can understand how determined and perseverant she was in attaining her husband, Lord Shiva. It's a great love story. A great romance of the Vedic scriptures is between Mother Durga and Lord Shiva. Mother Durga goes through so many penances in her first iteration of her pastime as Sati, doing so many penances, and it ends multiple times with her not getting it. And sometimes she attains Lord Shiva, sometimes it's taken away from her. It's a great story. But finally, after many multiple hundreds of lifetimes of penance, her perseverance and chastity to Lord Shiva, it helps her attain the love and hand of Lord Shiva in marriage. So we can understand how much perseverance and love Mother Durga had for Lord Shiva to attain that spot. So knowing the character of Mother Durga as Katyayani, the gopis of Vrindavan follow her example to attain Krishna as her husband, because they know it takes a lot to attain the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, as your husband. It takes quite a lot of effort. Many yogis and saints cannot do it. But following in the footsteps of Katyayani Devi, the gopis of Vrindavan do this. And of course, it's also a Leela, wherein the gopis of Vrindavan engage in this austerity to increase their love for Krishna. All right, so this is some of the various glories of Mother Durga. First, we see that Mother Durga, just to summarize, Mother Durga is incredibly loving and does not stand for injustice against any of the living entities, as she sees them as her own children. She's known as Annapurna, and she gives all blessings, all facility for material enjoyment to the living entities. The second thing we see is that she's incredibly loving to the devotees of Lord Krishna. And the third thing we see is that she engages in different leelas to increase the love of Krishna in the devotees such as the gopis of Vrindavan. So knowing all of this, I would like to take a moment so that we can pray to Mother Durga and ask to be the devotees that we can be in the truest sense. So on this board, I've made a small prayer to Mother Durga from my own heart. After studying this class, a personal letter to Mother Durga, and I'd like to read it out to all of you. And maybe we can take a moment afterwards to each take a moment to make a prayer to Mother Durga with whatever you have in your heart. Maybe it is something material, maybe it's something spiritual, maybe you would like to increase your relationship with Krishna. Whatever it may be, please take a moment to simply meditate on that. So I'd like to share with you my prayer. My dear Mother Durga, O benevolent and kind goddess, you are impartial to all your children, but you show special consideration to the devotees of Lord Krishna, even favoring them over your own worshippers. Please bless me to stay grateful and focused on the path of bhakti. I am weak and ill-advised to the power of you, Krishna's Shakti, so I request your help. Surabhi. So this is a small prayer I made after Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for your encouragement. So this is a small prayer I made to Mother Durga after reading and studying this class and realizing how much power she has over the life of a Krishna devotee. Oftentimes, I grew up in the Krishna conscious society, so oftentimes I sometimes make the offense of not regarding the demigods properly. But these classes, last year I also gave a class on Lord Shiva. So with every iteration, I'm learning the importance of the devotees of the Lord and asking for their blessings at every step. So I'd like to take a moment, ask you all to take a moment and maybe close your eyes and meditate on something you'd like to ask Mother Durga to help in your life. Maybe it's your devotional life, your material life, family life, whatever it may be, because she is incredibly loving to the devotees of Lord Krishna. So she'll definitely take your blessings to heart. I'd like to take a moment. All right. I hope you all got a chance to make a prayer. I saw some of you also closed your eyes, and I could maybe sense what you all, maybe one of you could be praying for. So I hope this time was helpful to pray to Mother Durga for whatever it is in your heart, because she is incredibly loving, especially to the devotees of Lord Krishna. So all floodgates of mercy are open. Nothing is out of bounds. All right. So one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning of my class was the meaning of Mother Durga's name. So Durga actually refers to prison. In Sanskrit, it translates to prison. So she is the prison guard of this entire cosmic manifestation. So philosophically speaking, Lord Krishna, he's the king. So he makes all the rules. Krishna is our king. He makes all the rules. And so when a living entity perhaps disobeys the rules of the king, they're sent to the jail. So this material cosmic manifestation is this prison house where Mother Durga is the prison guard who makes sure all of our deeds are tallied up, and so that we pay for all of our misdeeds properly. So all of these misdeeds are paid for in the form of kleshas, or different miseries. So adi bhautika kleshas, adi daivika kleshas. And does anyone know the third one? Adi bhautika, adi daivika. Adhyatmika, Haribol. Looks like everyone took the spiritual scientist course. So the Adhibhotika course, Adhibhotika Klesha. So Adhibhotika, which means that, does anyone know what Adhibhotika refers to? Living entity? From when I learned it in Sunday school, it's like the earth itself, the planets, whatever, causing miseries in the form of weather, things like that. What about Adi Daivika? Oh, my apologies. So Adi Daivika is with all of the weather and things like that. And Adi Bhotika, other living entities. And Adhyatmika has to do with ourselves and whatever miseries we put to ourselves. My apologies. So these three kleshas or miseries overpower us and make us pay for our misdeeds. So these are the three kleshas. So we pay for them in different ways. So Mother Durga, she is both a mother and also a prison guard. So she has a very difficult role to play. And she's especially loving to the devotees of the Lord. So much so that the great saint, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, has also written a beautiful prayer to Mother Durga that I would like to perhaps sing with all of you right now. Does that sound good? Haribo! All right, so we have 10 minutes left. I would request if someone is in the AV room, if they can escape out of this and go to the next tab, if anyone's there. I'll also get ready. So this, this song is in the tune. I'll also request if you can play Mridanga. This song is in the tune of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. So we'll be singing in that tune, this verse. So you can escape out of this and go to the next tab if that's possible. So we'll be taking a moment to sing maybe a few verses. So the next tab, on the tab. I opened up a tab. Otherwise, yes, that's the one. If you can increase the size, please. Thank you so much. Can you make it a little bigger also? Thank you. One of my kleshas is that I have bad eyesight, so I need some bigger. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I can say the first stanza, and then then all of you can maybe repeat after me. Amara samana hina nahi samsare ash samana hina Ashtirahaye chipodi bhava parabare The likes of such a lowly soul as me is not to be found anywhere else in this world. Thus, I have become most agitated due to the falling into this vast ocean of material existence. So here the great, incredible saint, Bhakti Vinod Thakur himself, who has written so many beautiful prarthanas to Lord Krishna. He's saying to Mother Yogamaya, Mother Durga, the likes of me is not to be found in this world, falling into this vast ocean of material existence. So please bless me. He continues to say, addressing Yogamaya. Kula Devi Yogamaya More Kripa Kori. Abharana Sambhari Kabe Vishwadori. So he continues to say, "Oh, Yogamaya, when will you show mercy to me by lifting up the curtain of illusion with which you shroud the universe in your external form of Mahamaya? You are known as Kula Devi, the traditional worshipable goddess of all Vaishnava dynasties." What a powerful sentence. She's the traditional worshipable goddess of our Vaishnava dynasty. So we can ask her for all the blessings as we go forth in this incredible war against Maya herself. All right. Sune chiya gane bede mahima tomara. Shri Krishna bimukhe badi karao samsara. I have heard of your glories and activities from the Vedic literatures. You take all the souls who are averse to Krishna and bind them within the material world. All right, if we can move ahead. Shri Krishna Samukhya Jara Bhagya Krama Hoya. Tare mukti diya karo ashoka ubhaya. To that person whose good fortune gradually dawns and allows him to again be favorably disposed to Krishna, you award him with liberation and make him free from all grief and fear. Eda se janati kori akai to badoya. Vrindavane dehastana tumi jogamaya. So this is the prayer all Vaishnavas have. I'm sure all Vaishnavas had this prayer once in their life. Oh, my dear mother, showing your causeless mercy to your servant, give me a place in Vrindavan, for you are Yogamaya herself, the internal energy of the Lord. So we recently had a very dear devotee of a devotee family of ours plan to move to Vrindavan, and they have everything settled. This is a great prayer we have, is to have some place, some corner, some needle point of Vrindavan where we can stay. So we prayed to Yogamaya, Mother Durga, for this blessing. Tomake lagiya kotha jibe Krishna paya. Krishna rasa prakotilo tomara kripaya. Without complying with you, no soul at any time can get Krishna, for the manifestation of Krishna's pastimes is all enacted by your mercy. Tumi Krishna sahachari jagata janani. Tumi dekhai Krishna chintamani. So this is a very famous name for Mother Durga. I've heard it multiple times growing up in Odisha. A very famous name of hers, Jagat Janani. You are the devoted follower of Lord Krishna, and you are the mother of the universe, Jagat Janani. You have shown to me the transcendental touchstone of Krishna consciousness. Nishkapata hoye mata chamora pane. Nishkapate hoye mata chamora. Vaishnava Vishwasha Brithi Habe Pratikane. My dear mother, I sincerely wish that you will let my faith in Vaishnavas increase at every moment. Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar ki jai, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai. So we have our last verse, if you all can stay for that. My mother, I sincerely wish that you will let my faith in the Vaishnavas increase at every moment. Vaishnava charana bina bhava parabara. Bhakati vinoda nare hoi bare para. so we can feel the intensity of devotion with which Bhakti Vinoda Maharaj is giving this last verse. Without the lotus feet of the devotees of the Lord, Bhakti Vinoda is not able to cross the other side of the ocean of material existence. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol. Hare. All glories to Mother Durga. If there are any maybe we can take one or two questions before we end. It's 7:33. I would maybe be a little 3 minutes over time, but if there are any last questions I can take, or any discussion points, any reflections, I would prefer that. And then I'll give it over to His Grace Madhupati Prabhu, who gave me this wonderful service of studying regarding Mother Durga. Any questions? Discussion, reflections, anything? Anyone would like to share the prayer that they made to Mother Durga? Maybe you can keep it 30 seconds or short. Any prayers they gave to Mother Durga? Vilas Manjari Mataji. Haribo.
Yeah, thank you for the wonderful class. It changed my fear of Durga to love of Durga. Yeah, I was always afraid of material nature, the way she puts me into test. So I prayed, asking her, requesting her to show me the lesson that I should be learning, which is preventing me from serving Krishna with the qualitative mood. So I begged her to show me the lesson in every material challenges of life that she wants me to learn. I cannot say because of my anarthas, so that she wants me to learn. I requested her to do that. Thank you.
I just want to add, I think that's such a beautiful thing to ask, especially Mother Durga. And I think that question, what is the lesson, totally changes the dynamic of how you approach life. Something, maybe I get a bad grade on a test. What is the lesson I can learn? Maybe I need to study better. Maybe I need to talk with one of my friends who's getting a better grade. What is the lesson in every challenge in life? Something doesn't go right. Anyone else would like to share maybe one more prayer that you made to Mother Durga on the auspicious? Anyone else? All right. Hare Krishna. I'll give it over to Krishna Namananda Prabhuji and Madhupati Prabhuji for announcements. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Happy Vijayadashmi to all of you. Please come. Next Friday we'll be celebrating Ramachandra Vijayotsava, like Dasara/Vijayadashmi, so many names. That is October 15th, 7 to 9. Please join us. Anybody came first time today? Anybody is here first time? Please stand up if you don't mind. Kunal Prabhu, give them the token gift. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. May Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu bless both of you. Hare Krishna. Announcements. Next Saturday is Pasankusha Ekadasi. It is also disappearance day of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami and Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Prabhupada were our coming down from 6 Goswamis. We are getting all the teachings from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Goswamis, through Srila Prabhupada or Pandacharya. It's a very, very important day. That is next